Hey guys, so it's Sunday, October 29th. It is 3:30. We are gonna go into a spot that Joe and I both shot our bucks in last year. They went there this morning and they saw a good amount of deer. I think 4 or 5 deer this morning. So I'm gonna go down there. It just rained throughout today. So pretty much the plan that I have is I want to go down into the swamp and I want to just check out the little fingers, the high points in the swamp. That's where they've been known to bed. It depends on how quiet I can be. If I could be pretty quiet working my way down there, I'm going to just walk around for the afternoon. Excuse me, if it's not quiet and it's loud, I'm gonna go in there and just find a spot to sit. So that's gonna be the plan for the afternoon. Got the GoPro and everything hooked up. Hopefully we can see a doe. My brother did say that he saw a spike horn here this morning, or it could have been a 3 or 4 pointer, but he said it's a small buck. It looked like a spike horn, but yeah, we're gonna see what happens. Fingers crossed we can get into some deer, and hopefully if I get a shot off at it, I don't freaking miss again. But yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Well, we're headed in. Pretty much the idea here is that at the bottom, we're at the top right now, and as we work our way down to the bottom, it's all swamp down there. It's all swamp, and I'd imagine with the rain we've gotten, it's a little wet. So I'm kind of just thinking maybe sitting. It looks like it's going to be pretty quiet walking through the woods. So I don't know. We'll just kind of we'll feel it out when we get down there, see if there's any sign. But essentially, what we know already is that the deer bed in the bottom. When I shot my 9-pointer, it was bedded with a doe on one of those fingers down there. They bed in the swamp, and then they come up and they work their way out. The swamp is humongous. It's like probably 3/4 of a mile wide. And so they come up, and then they come up on top of these fingers here, and they'll eat. There's acorns and stuff on the top here, so they'll typically eat. They'll eat the acorns, and so I wish there was just a little bit more wind, a little bit more cover. So in situations like these, where there's a lot of standing water, or just water in general, you have to find where the animals have been crossing. And I can tell you right now, there's a beaver dam right there. And that's typically, you'd be surprised, but a deer would cross a beaver dam every day of the week. So I'm gonna head to that beaver dam. I'm gonna try not to get my feet soaked. I'm gonna walk through there. It's hard to tell, but there's a deer. A deer did cross this beaver dam recently, so. My dad jumped a doe back behind me this morning. fresh deer sign. It just depends on if I can get back here quiet enough. To use your ears just as much as you use your eyes. Because you never know when you're just going to walk up on a deer like grazing. And because it's so quiet, the likelihood of me hearing them is probably greater than me seeing them at first. But there's a lot of different feed in here for acorns and stuff. So the squirrels are offering some good coverage too. The noise that they make are offering good noise coverage. We're gonna work our way down this little island of woods, and I'm gonna check out a few fingers along the way and see if there's anything bedded over there. So this is a great learning experience for some of you younger guys. It's hard to see, but there's a deer run that comes right here, and the way that I can confirm that it's a deer run, if you look at this log, you can see exactly where the deer will jump over the log, and they typically like to knock it down. They'll knock the bark right off with their hooves. And so this is just kind of one way to determine if it's a deer run or if it's not. It's pretty cool seeing stuff like that though. You can see the shavings. You can see the shavings coming off that, so that tells me that there has been a deer coming this way. And there's also shavings on the other side, so they've clearly been using this recently. Alright, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean by a finger. If you look to my left, there's a bunch of cattails. If you look to my right, through that stuff, there's also a bunch of cattails. And then there's this little, high spot that has hardwood and a little bit of softwood in it. Softwood and a little bit of hardwood in it. And this high spot, you can clearly tell there's a deer run right here. So this high spot, typically the deer, depending on the variables of the day, but they might go in here and they'll bed right on the tips of them, or they'll bed on them because they're surrounded by swamp, so they're surrounded by cover. And so all I'm doing today is I'm just going to slowly walk these, and then there's another one, but there's two more behind me. And I'm going to do the same thing, and it's super quiet out. It's not really great conditions to be walking, but I just don't feel like sitting tonight, so. So as I'm walking in this finger, I look down, and there's some fresh deer tracks right there. And they're going both ways, so we might sneak up on a deer right here. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep my eyes up and look for a deer's head that might be bedded. almost at the end of this finger. You can kind of tell. If you look around me, you can see exactly what I'm saying. I'm gonna go in just a little bit farther because I've seen beds in here before. There's a bed right there underneath that cedar tree right there. So I know that the deer are still in here bedding. I don't know if they're in here today, but they've definitely been in here and they've definitely been bedding in here. We got about maybe 30, 40 more yards and then we'll see. That's for sure a bed. Alright, well, we just got done checking out that finger. We're gonna go check out another one. I can't make this up. I pulled my pants down to take a piss, and a 4-pointer just jumped right in front of me. I didn't even know I was here. That's what I'm talking about. I cannot believe I didn't get down and film. I'm so mad right now. It came out. It walked this wood line right here. This finger. My pants are still up. I don't have my pants buckled. What's kind of crazy about it too is that he was grunting as he was coming through. It was the coolest thing. I seriously wish I would have got that all on film. He was just kind of grunting as he was working his way through. I'm just hoping that maybe he came from like a bedded doe, like maybe he's just going through and checking everything. And there might be like a bedded doe or something over here he was taking a look at, and then he walked away and just kept looking, I think. I'm hoping. Yep. There's a deer right there. There's a deer right there. Yeah, it's a doe. She's right there. She's like 100 yards in front of me, 120 yards in front of me. I think I'm gonna slowly. Oh my God. I knew it. I'm gonna slowly walk right here. And I'm gonna wait because she's coming to me. Or she's coming in this direction. Maybe, just maybe, she might work her way down that same finger and I'll be able to shoot her. shot her. I saw her flag go up. She took off like she got hit. And then her flag went down. But I don't know, she kind of mule kicked like she got hit too. I don't know, I'll have to look at the footage. If I miss, then my gun's off for sure. Unless if I missed, I don't know. That was a 40-yard banger right there. I cannot believe that just happened. Wow, I'm still shaking. I hope I hit it. Freaking knew she was gonna come right down here. That 4-pointer must have been. He must have just been looking for does or something. Hey guys, so I'm pretty sure, or I know I hit that doe. I saw some blood, and then when I was looking for the blood, I think I jumped her up, so I backed out and went and grabbed my dad, my brother, and Riley. So we're gonna head down to where I shot at her, and we'll go to last blood. I marked it, and we'll see if she's dead down there. I'm hoping she is, so let's find out. Yep. Alright, so we're back at last blood. It's a ways back here. We're still waiting for my dad to catch up. We got blood right there on that leaf. It's hard to see, but there's some more on the ground over there too. So we're gonna just kind of work our way down the trail that I'm pretty sure she went down, and see if she see how much more blood she's got going on. So. More over there?
Yeah, there's a drop there.
Yeah, so she took a left instead of a, so she went through that thick shit. I'm gonna circle around and she went through that thick shit? It was right on the ground at that scene.
There's another, oh no,
Alright guys, well, we just saw her bedded. She's only about like 30-40 yards in front of us. We're gonna give her a little bit of time, and then we're gonna go see what we can do if she's still
possibly back out.
Yeah, we might possibly back out. It just depends. We're gonna give her a little time first, and she looks like she's pretty close to the brink of it. So hopefully, by the time we just wait, she might just die out, and we'll see what happens. So I'll keep you guys updated. All right, guys. Well, we ended up backing out last night. We jumped her up twice, and then when we came up, or we followed her trail, and then we saw her again bedded, and she was still alive. The shot that I had made was a little bit far, or was a little bit back. So we just left her bedded. We're on our way in now to go see if we can recover her. We got the pin marked on Onyx for where she was last bedded. So I got my dad with me. It's a really long walk out there. But hopefully she's laying right where we left her last night. So let's see. Alright guys, well, we trekked back here. It's gotta be probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles. She's bedded. She's dead right there, right where we seen her last night. So let's walk right up to her and see what she looks like. She's stiffer than a horse.
Yeah, she died fucking right off probably.
Yeah. Alright.
There you go.
Alright guys, well, we found her. She looks to be about a 100-pounder, 110-pounder. I knew she wasn't a crazy big doe when I seen her in the woods, but it was the last day of early season muzzies, so just wanted to get something down. As you guys know, it's probably been a hard season, or it's been a hard season for some of you guys, and it's definitely been a hard one for us. So, but good news is we found her. We're gonna gut her out, and we're gonna make the long trek back to the truck, and I'll let you guys know what she weighs in at when we get her fully dressed here. So, yeah.
This is my son dragging his deer out. We've already walked a mile. This is part of the experience of shooting deer way back in the back 40.
Good thing this thing wasn't 140 pounds, because I don't know what I would do then.
My son tagging his deer. Finally got it back to the truck.
Yeah, I know.
Putting the official tag on it. Transport tag off.
That the drag was pretty deep. Luckily I had my dad along the way to backseat driver the whole thing.
Well, someone had to tell you how to do it.
So it's a nice doe for the last day of muzzy season, or early muzzy season rather. So I'm pretty proud of it. It's been a struggle all year, but we'll see if we can crack one down the next few weeks during bow season, and then we'll get right after it during rifle. So appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you could hit the subscribe button, that'd be great. And we're just gonna try to get some more content for you guys along the way. So appreciate it. Successful day.
Don't worry, I'll show them how to get it done, you guys. I'll get a bigger one.